How's it going, Takeover family? Namdi Onyanike here, and someone tell me what the heck is going on in the state of Arizona. You always see those graphics on Instagram with their strange statistics, and I saw one most recently, and it's how the Arizona Cardinals and the Phoenix Suns are the best teams in each of their respective sports leagues, praising the state of Arizona. And both of those teams have played phenomenally, no doubt about it. But the graphic had me thinking about how not only does Arizona have two of the best teams in sports, but also two of the worst in the NHL Coyotes and the MLB's Diamondbacks. So what is going on in Arizona? How come you're either the best of the best or the worst of the worst in this state? The Cardinals have been due a good season, and we are dawning on just that in 2021. Kyler was definitely a front runner for the MVP. He's thrown for 2,276 passing yards and 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions in 8 games, leading the Cards to a 7-1 record in that stretch. But he's been out with an ankle injury, which you would think would slow down the Cards, maybe a little bit of a slippage. Not at all, as Colt McCoy has been a game manager for them, keeping their top record in the NFC. Even with DeAndre Hopkins and J.J. Watt out with various injuries, the Cardinals still find ways to be relevant thanks to the team staying level-headed while their key leader is out. James Conner is second in the NFL in rushing touchdowns with 12, being as efficient of a goal line back you could ask for. Budda Baker and sophomore linebacker Casey's own Isaiah Simmons have done extremely well in Vance Joseph's defensive scheme. I really do think if Cliff Kingsbury has a contender on his hand, it shouldn't be taken lightly. And speaking of contender, the Phoenix Suns are losing to the Bucks after losing to the Bucks in last year's finals, have definitely taken it personal in Michael Jordan's words. The big three of Booker, Paul, and Ayton have put the league on notice, and I believe the Suns have the best role players in the league. Contributions have come from the roster, top down, being a key reason to their success. The veterans on this roster are proven guys with championship-level experience, and I'm talking about Jay Crowder and JaVale McGee. JaVale has aged like fine wine, being the perfect backup to DeAndre Ayton. He provides shot blocking, energy, and terrific post defense, an underdeveloped aspect of Ayton's game. And the 2011 champ Jay Crowder has had an amazing shooting season, and I think his touch has rubbed off on the rest of the Phoenix utility guys. The shooting all around in Phoenix is unmatched. Crowder and guys like Cameron Johnson, Cam Payne, and again, Casey's own Landry Shamet have been lighting it up from 3. During their hot streak, they lead the league in field goal percentage. Everybody eats. It'd be criminal to not mention the Suns' most important player, who's solidifying his name as a star stopper and has taken a huge step in the offensive game. And that's former Wildcat Mikal Bridges, who held Steph to 12 points in his worst shooting night all year en route to Phoenix's 17th win. This isn't a fluke, people. The Suns are for real. Chris Paul's usage rate is the lowest it's been in his whole career because guys are stepping up, and he's still playing phenomenal. It's a cheat code how little the big three play and how good the team has still been. These two franchises have been league-shattering, yet they stay in the same state as two league bottom feeders. Coyotes to start their season have been awful. They hold a 5-16 record and have found a home in the cellar of the Western Conference. They scored a total of 12 goals. In perspective, the league leader Maple Leafs have scored 35 in the same amount of games. They've made the playoffs once in the last 8 years, and aside from Clayton Keller and Nick Schmaltz, there's not much to look for in this poverty franchise, especially not this year. And if you look at the Diamondbacks from last season, well, there's not much to look at either. They finished 52-110 and tied with the Orioles for the worst in the league and will be picking second overall in the MLB draft after tiebreaker rules. The problem for the Diamondbacks seems to be the pitching, but with the signing of Mark Melancon, right-handed reliever who last played for San Diego, they hope to alleviate some prior issues. GM Mike Hazen really wants to improve the pen and says getting a guy in this spot was important for us. Arizona is in some sort of limbo where if you're a basketball or football fan, you have a lot to be grateful for. But my hockey and baseball people might want to either start looking for a bandwagon or to hop on and reconsider what their favorite sport is to watch. I think both the Suns and Cards keep their hot streak alive and finish out their season strong, while the Coyotes and D-backs are going to struggle for years to come. But hey, it could always be worse. You could be a Detroit fan. So let's kick it to Holden for some Florida tournament talk.